Instead of commentary over the video's content, I like to discuss Build 42 and the one thing that holds the current state of the game back. The fact that the game underperforms even with the best hardware you can get. This is obvious if you play with unlocked settings. In the past Thursday regarding performance improvements, we haven't gotten much after that apart of the AutoLoot where the testers vaguely described the game as being smoother than before. I'm only saying this because we haven't received a Thursday update touching upon how the game runs in a real scenario. Perhaps showing us examples of how the unstable build they're using currently would run with the listed hardware and compare that to build 41 with a similar scenario in mind. While we are told Build 42 is coming this year, hopefully, that still leaves the question for some people if they should upgrade their rigs so they could take advantage over what the Indie Stone has said to provide in an upcoming state of the game. An example I can give for an upgrade would be your GPU, since the devs have stated in the past that their intention of allowing the rendering aspect of the game to fall towards the GPU's VRAM. But this left a question for me personally on the era or type of GPU we are talking about here. Could we be needing a GPU with 6, 8, 10, 12, or even 16 gigs of memory to run the game at the desired resolution each individual plays at? I bring this part up because their past posts in regards to this had some of them run at 4K with 500 to 1000 FPS at a controlled demonstration, of course. That was a while ago, and as stated previously, we have not been shown much in terms of what we should expect for a realistic play session would perform in Build 42. I really hope the bar of entry to a playable experience is low enough that a 10 or 20 series of GPUs can play at a much higher performance with 4K in mind, since that's the only metric of expectation Indie Stone will provide from what I can find in the past. Let's not forget the new gameplay mechanics that will be introduced to the game, and that would mean load on your CPU since each iteration that remains a constant needs to be calculated. Thus your CPU would probably need an upgrade if you're running a relatively old system. It'd be interesting if the devs could utilize 3D V-Cache from any of AMD's Ryzen CPUs and have that work for Project Zomboid. I can't give any buying suggestions, but as stated previously, these are just points on where I hope the game's performance can be taken a more serious route. Not saying the devs aren't being serious, but it's been pretty dry on the provided technical details of what we should expect from them, since I feel like it should be made more clear to players of what they can work with in their systems and if they need to upgrade any of the components. In conclusion, I want to feel hyped for the update, and the only way that can be provided to me and others is to show us what it is to be expected for performance. The material doesn't need to spoil anything. A few clips of combat that escalates with each one and the metrics shown on the side with listed components will be appreciated. The more minimal these components can be to perform with great FPS, the better.
Oh. Oh my.
Of all places, Jesus Christ. I just can't catch a break.